Yo, what's up, guys? Listen, I've got some ideas I'm going to share. I don't know if they're all the way ready. I'm actually working on the book and would just love to have a conversation with you about this, the process and what's going on. Please, at any point, give me some feedback. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what's happening. And I'd like to just continue to build this process, eventually to release the workbook and the other books that go with everything that I'm producing. So, number one, lose the weight today. When I say lose the weight, I'm spelling it W-A-I-T. Lose the weight today, but also referring to the weight that's heavy today. So it's kind of a pun. It's a play on words. And it goes to the quote that I have: don't let the weight cause more weight that becomes heavier every day. So don't let the W-A-I-T cause more weight, W-E-I-G-H-T, that becomes heavier every day. The moments we have ideas, it's super important that we put some energy toward executing them now, in the moment. And there's a power of the now and today and being successful for later on, right? The idea is not that you have to complete all of it today, but it's the one that you can get closer to completing every single day. And one of the things that keep us in those states of weight or those moments of weight is our comfort zone. It's very comfortable to get and be in that space. But what I really, really want you to understand is that your comfort zone is the conduit to having more potential, which potential is the enemy of kinetic, right? So if it has potential energy, it's stored. It's not moving. That chair, it's kinetic energy when you're sitting in it. When you take the wood and you break it up and you turn it into fire. But when that chair is just sitting there, it's potential energy. It's not doing anything. It's just existing. You don't want more of that. You want less potential, more kinetic. You want it to be moving. Your ideas are moving. Your mind is always moving. So allowing these ideas to live outside of you, in your head and in reality, is what helps you lose the weight. Because when you're carrying around unfinished ideas, unexecuted thoughts, it becomes heavier, and we carry that unresolved kind of idea. It really becomes grief that we carry, and it becomes emotional. So it's super important to make sure that we lose the potential, lose the weight, so that we don't carry more weight. Your comfort zone eventually becomes your bad habits, and your bad habits eventually become ruts. And those ruts are those moments where it's very difficult to get up and move forward. And it's just a low energy and sometimes a very negative energy that keeps you from moving forward. So then what happens is the energy that it takes to get us out of those ruts, we realize and feel like we're not going anywhere. But we did put energy toward lifting ourselves from the ruts, but we still just say, you know what, I'm going to just sit here because it's not really doing anything. So then over time, it started off as one piece of candy. It started off as one dessert. But over time, every single day, you think that you can put energy toward losing the weight, and it's going to happen and remove and lose itself in one day. It's not going to happen like that. So when we talk about branding, your commitment to personal branding is a serious commitment to self. I know the self could first be interpreted as selfish, but it's just very important that you understand that every brand is an extension of a person, of a collective group of people, individuals, once again, back to the person. The more clear you are on your personal brand, the more value you can add to every relationship, alliance, and organization that includes you. Everything that you touch is an extension of that brand experience. Branding starts with you. Branding starts with the individual. Branding is an inside-out sort of process. The other thing is that it is a process, and a process is something that happens over time. So when building your brand, just understand that it does not have to be perfect today. Allow the decisions of your personal brand to evolve and grow in front of people. No one wants to be attached to a stagnant brand or product or personality, but people would rather be connected to an entity that's constantly evolving. In short, everything doesn't have to be perfect when you roll out the first day. Get it to the point where it can be used, it can be consumed by others, and allow it to grow. If it comes out at 100%, you don't have any more room for growth. There's no more growth opportunity. But when you get it ready and you introduce it, that's the start of the story. And that's what everyone wants to be connected to, is a story of growth and of movement. There's so many clients I've worked with, and they're leaps and bounds from where they are now from where they started. They started off as offering a service in makeup, but now have developed multiple products that are shipped and distributed worldwide. And they're actually doing less of the service they initially started, and now are doing products and selling products. Now, that doesn't mean that they didn't have the idea to sell the products when they first started. They also recognize the value and the importance of getting started now. The power of now, the power of today. And when you focused on being prepared, you're going to be ready to receive the opportunity. But what sometimes we do, we wait on the opportunity and then try to catch up to it in our preparation. That's not how the equation works. Preparation plus opportunity equals success. The preparation is our past. The preparation is all of the data that we have accumulated through lessons, through classes, through online, through conversations, through failures. All of that data we take and extrapolate and put into how we make decisions about our life, how we make decisions about our business, our relationships, our friends. All of that goes into what is the sum. Now, the Latin meaning of sum is life. I am the sum of. Every choice that I've made is the sum, is the result of data, preparation, a decision, and that result. So you don't have to worry about being perfect, because perfection is that it can't be changed, and perfection is the past. You can't change the past. We cannot change the past. There's nothing I can do literally about the past besides recognize it, understand it, and move forward with the data. Now, there's something else I'd like to add to that keeps us from moving forward. And it goes into just another quote. I say, don't let the enemy of me be the inner me. Don't let the enemy of me be the inner me. And that's about self-doubt. That's the opinions that others have. That's the self-sabotage that relates to being the enemies of ourselves and keeps us from reaching our objectives. We are the sum of every choice that we have made up to now. So the reality that we live is the result of the decisions that we've made. So what I want you to do right now is just take a little moment and list 5 challenges that are keeping you from moving forward with your ideas. Any idea that you've had, take a moment and write down 5 challenges that exist in your life that are keeping you from moving forward.